Analyzing.
Thanks.
You want to cross him? You're crazy.
I don't have the shard, so that's not gonna happen.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID card.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth... But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah, well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a...
Initiating system optimization. Recommend environmental analysis.
Halt! Not a step. No one is allowed into the city without an entry.
I have an entry ID.
Really? I thought I knew all the ones that had been issued. And you were here asking about getting ID before. So tell me where you got this one.
It belongs to my brother. He loaned it to me.
You know that's not how IDs work. They're for the person they were issued to. Ha! If you hadn't said, I wouldn't have known. The picture looks really like you. You could be twins. All right. Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but that sort of security is why we need to keep an eye on IDs. So if you meet someone who's in the city illegally, and Eric will take care of them. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together. And we keep the city. That's what was laid down by the Great... And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility. That means everyone is welcome. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding. And that's it.
Those ruins are still
Hey,
full of
you.
useful things.
You don't have any broken
If you're
energy
in the right
weapons,
place.
chainswords, or anything like that? That sort of thing is my business. So if you find any, bring them to me. I'll give you good prices.
Did you flee here from the desert?
Flee? No. But to live in Tavar, you need shards. And despite my talents, I wasn't one of the Duke's favorites, and that made making a profit hard.
What are your talents?
Mechanical and engineering genius. I can make anything you need from boot, as long as I don't get constant. And staying undisturbed is hard in the domed city. There's always... And those berserkers are the worst for it. One of those assholes killed my friend for fun. Now that bastard is focused on me and nobody's helping, even though they know it'll be their turn next, and keeping their head down won't save them.
Who is this berserker that's...
Brabeck. A bull of a man and twice as ugly. Bone breaking.
About Where can I find Brabeck?
He's usually near the inn. Just follow your nose. If it smells like piss, you found him.
Leave Brabeck to me.
You'll deal with him? That would be great, really great. You won't find me trying to put you off that. If you think you can scare him off so he leaves me alone, that would be... Even if I do, I think ramming a knife into his guts would be... I would have tried that myself. But if you do get rid of him, however you do it, then I will pay you.
So, you come here from Goliath?
Goliath? No. I was exiled to the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in
Ah, the gift and treasures of travel, for it brings no... So what are you?
Merchant? Bounty hunter?
I'm not in a faction.
Well, guess you're one lonely son of a bitch then, aren't you? Here, before you start begging for help, consider it a gift from the Duke. You gave me enough that I can share.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. Thank the Duke. If you end up in the desert in Tavar, you can thank him in person by joining the Outlaws.
How do people live here?
Here, smoke one with me, before you start bombarding me with questions, yeah? I have the best stuff here.
What do you have to offer?
Troll dung, rat scab, it's all first-class stuff. Snort it, smoke it, either way. I'll never forget the experience.
Forget it.
Well, that's your choice. From time to time, you need to open a door in your head and look inside, right? But if you won't, then all the more for me. That done, let's get into the real business.
Business? With me?
You see someone else here? Real business. A proper opportunity. You see, the clerics have had this city under their control for years. And the Duke thinks they're planning to take control everywhere, sooner or later. And he thinks the Dome City could be the starting point for their military campaign. So, my job is to find out if he's right. If there is something brewing that could be dangerous for us.
What information have you gathered about the clerics?
Pretty much nothing so far. They've not been very loose-lipped around me. I must sorta...
So, you want me to be your spy?
I want you to find out information. Now, I can see in your eyes that you haven't fallen for the cleric's tricks. You aren't simple enough to believe every piece of troll shit you're fed.
What do you expect from me?
All that you have to do is get some answers out of somebody, and I've even got the guy lined up ready for you. His name is Lutz. He's one of Alois's technicians. As far as I know, he's trying to re-establish communications with the other clerics in Ignadon. While Alois will tell you the clerics here are neutral, separate from the ones in the Horde. Go and grill Lutz. Find out if there'll be an offensive soon. Do that, then come back to me as soon as you have any useful information.
Temporary access to internal databanks requires access authorization.
No, buddy. I mean other information, but...
How many shards are you talking about?
Enough. The Duke is generous. I pay. That much you can be sure of.
Why do you think that these technicians will know about the cleric's plans?
Because he's the guy that maintains all the communications equipment. He must have heard something from the and he's more likely to talk than anyone further up the chain. I need to know what he knows.
Where can I find Lutz?
If he's not on a call, then he's usually working maintenance on one. Just walk along the battlement path up at the top. I have to go. Can I help you?
We need to sort things out.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
What's wrong with you? Have I done something to piss you off?
Call it experience, but those in need and those willing to help don't normally question my motives.
Are you always so edgy?
You know you wouldn't need to defuse things if you didn't get people wound up in the first place. Damn, this is like being back in Goliath all over again.
What brought you out here?
This is a place away from the war. A place people could make up their minds without being pressured to join one of the factions. If the people here wanted to join a faction, they would have. But some people aren't ready for that. Or they've been cast out. They have to go somewhere.
So there's no faction in charge here?
Well, the clerics keep order, but it's not like the Horde where entry means you have to join them. Here you can forget about factions.
You're a berserker. Is Adan trying to conquer Abessa?
I don't answer to Adan. And these people belong to no faction. They belong only to themselves. I stand as their protector against anyone who would force them to... My only connection to Adan is my magic. I wish it was more, but wishes don't make things so.
Have you been exiled from Goliath?
Exiled? No. There are those in Adan who want to use my magic for their own purposes. Ever since my power started to grow, they changed me. Their mana changed me, and that change just won't stop. I'm becoming stronger and stronger. It is terrifying.
If that's true, why don't you use your power?
I do, I have. But sometimes it overwhelms me. That's why I fight alone. If I lose control of a spell, there's a chance I could kill anyone and everyone around me. The warlords wanted to test me. Try my power. Now I need to find a solution myself. But to do that, I need to study the properties of Elex, to learn more about it.
I could use someone like you.
Use? There's a word I've heard too much. Well, count me out. I'm not interested in being used.
I could help you.
What do you know of what I need? What do you know of how to help me? Elex marks people. Mana, chems, exposure from food tainted by it. It stays with people. You have its mark on you. You're different somehow. What is it about you?
I took Elex in the past. Is that what you're seeing? Or is there something else?
Took it? You were fed it. You were an Alb soldier. Well, it seems we have something in common. We've both been fed Elex in one form or another. It's changed us. And neither of us know what that means we are now.
What do you think? My offer still stands.
And what exactly is it that you're planning?
I am going to end this war by taking the fight to the Elexitors. And I'm trying to put together a group skilled enough to win that fight.
And you think I'll take part in this?
In return, I will help your quest to find the Elex you're searching for. Then you can improve your magical abilities. You said yourself, the longer you are here, the more you fear your powers will overwhelm you. The longer you stay here, the more danger you put these people in. If you really want to protect them, you need to leave.
Even if that's true, why should I leave with you?
I was an Alb. I know Elex and I know magic. I know the impulses that follow you even during sleep. I know the nightmares and the problems of trying to control power that really wants to control you. And I know what it's like when all that is taken from you. We can help each other.
And it's not like I have other options. Not in the long term. You're right. I'm hiding from it here. I need to get out there and find a real solution. I'll wait by the main gate, and we'll see if your actions can match your words. You should stock up here before we go.
I will meet you by the gate.
Just don't keep me waiting, or you might find I change my mind.
Nah. Hey, you. Hey, it's you.
Yes, Frank. It's me, Jax.
I heard they shot you down. That you were dead. Apparently that was wrong. But if you're here, does that mean you're a... Will you stay here and support our cause? I'm sure you would be very welcome.
us.
We've broken free from Zakor, from being slaves to Elex. And we've worked, persuaded people to allow us into the city. And now we're here, we are working to be allowed to stay. Would you be willing to help us?
I will give you my support.
Good. We have to stick together. People blame us for this war. Even though we left Zakor, they will doubt us until the day peace begins. I mean, they don't even trust each other. Among all these warring people, all these different agendas, we, you and I, share a similar destiny. It's the only way anyone will survive.
What goods have you? Do you need help?
It is good that you offer to help us. The Berserkers are already trying to get us thrown out of the city. We need the protection offered by this place. We won't survive without it. We've persuaded people here that we are worth a chance. But there will always be those who won't see it that way. And the Albs and Zakor want us dead. If we're to stay, we need someone to get to Caleb and York. They are key.
About the threat of you being thrown out of the city. What is the problem with Caleb and York?
York is a berserker. He's accused us of spying for the Albs and Zakor. He claims he saw us handing over information about the shield generators. It's completely... We are the ones with the most to lose if Zakor captures this city. But the free people are prisoners too. They have already thrown one of our group out of the city. Now they are threatening the rest of us with the same fate. We are no friends of the Albs and Zakor. They would see us dead. We want this to be our home.
I will help you.
Good. That is the response I wanted. It is best if you go straight to York. Caleb is already attempting further arguments to ensure our expulsion. But it is York's statement that has put us in danger. That lie underpins Caleb's argument. If people believe we are working with the enemy, we will be exiled. But if York confesses his lie, then Caleb would no longer have the proof he claims. They would have no reason.
Why are you torturing yourself over that?
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to pay.
Yes, I'd heard things were up there too.
You think you know what's going on? No one.
What do you want from me? To drive me off? Or maybe even have me killed? You don't scare me. Your people are a plague. Although, there is something different. Do you usually spend time with people like us?
I was an Alb myself once.
Yes. You stopped taking Elex. That is rare. Which makes me question how you did it. May logic guide...
The people up there will take care of it.
Keep your hands off my machines. Any accidents are gonna be dangerous for me, you, and the whole city. The energy regulators are screwed. The surge gauge is failing and I can't see why. And now the shield profiler is... Altogether, that makes for one dangerous set of problems that could fry both of us if the wrong bit of kit gets... And I'm the one who has to fix all... Ah, shit, I can't even sort out the replacement parts until I have...
I heard you are having trouble establishing communications with the Horde in Igniton.
That is just... Wait. How do you know that? That's confidential.
I just overheard someone talking about it.
So the word is out? That is a worry, a real worry. Well, we can't waste any more time. We need to fix that comms relay station before anyone tries to take advantage of our problems. Since you're in the know, can you help me?
We might be able to come to an agreement.
An agreement? Okay, sure, an agreement, as long as you help. If you don't help us, we could lose everything we have here. And if things fall apart out there, you can be certain that it will get bloody for everyone.
What's so important about fixing your communications right now?
We're awaiting the delivery of some combat mechs. But they haven't arrived, and we've no way to check why without communications being re-established. That's why we've got to get the link back up now, so we can find out what's going on.
What do you need combat mechs for?
I don't know. I guess they're worried about security. And supplies. We need firepower to get enough food and tech spares into the dome to keep things going. And that's before the Alps. Zakor might have left us alone recently, but who knows how long that'll last. But it's not just about mechs. It's about food and news and everything else. We need a link with the Horde to keep this place going. We need to get this fixed as soon as possible. And please, please, keep this problem confidential. Otherwise, we are very likely to face even greater challenges. Here are the coordinates of the relay station that's gone down. It's over to the northeast of the city. Head that way and keep looking out for an antenna on the horizon. But I have no idea what the issue is there. You might be able to fix it at the bottom, but there's a chance you might have to climb the antenna mast. There will be a device somewhere on site that you can use to recalibrate the antenna. I hope that'll be enough to fix the problem.
I can get the replacement parts for you.
You would? Well, okay, yeah. That would give me time to stop this from going... You'll need to go to Eric to fetch them for me. But do me a favor and don't take forever.
I think you can just leave it like that.
I don't have any time right now.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
You can forget it, Brabeck. I serve everyone here.
Save yourself some work and some pain by doing what I say. Hey, come over here. Let's get a drink.
What are we celebrating?
Victory over the Alb. Or do you have another reason? Because any reason works for me.
Victory over the Alb?
Well, imminent victory. Got to be, hasn't it? Don't say the wrong thing now. You got to believe if...
If you keep drinking, you're not going to beat anyone.
What the? I was being hospitable. Now you're opening your mouth and inviting, and I am so close. But because you're new, I'll give you. If you get the next round, we'll stay. So, what'll it be? Are you gonna take it in the teeth?
Show me what you've got.
A fighter. What the fuck? You cheating bastard! Did you drug me? What?
I beat you, asshole.
Yeah, keep pushing your luck.
Why aren't you in Adan with the other berserkers?
Fuck the berserkers. I don't have anything more in... They would have exiled me to the valley sooner or later. So I beat them to the punch and left. Fuck them and their laws. You can have it much easier here.
Your reputation precedes.
Let's just say, that crap-stained skinflap of a man was shooting his mouth off about me. It's about time someone pays him a visit. Now, that lying shit is telling people I killed a family out in the Badlands. I killed 5 families out in the Bad, parading around out there. Hardly a weapon between them, like they wanted to die. Those dipshits got themselves killed. And now, Riley spread it all around the dome. He's even got some of the guards believing his yapper. But if someone else were to shut him up, I'd be in the clear, and those guards would be off my back. Take care of him, and...
Do you ever think about how things might have been before the comet?
Stop being an asshole.
I swear those creatures are getting more dangerous.
Fucking Albs. They'll cost all of us.
That is a shame.
Are you here to pay me those shards you owe me? Because I'm pissed at how long you're taking to
Do you ever think about how things might have been before the comet?
What do you care who I serve? I still serve you even though the other people complain about it.
So you are taken.
You need to learn respect for others.
You think that because you beat me, you are so piss off.
Give people some respect and you won't need to fight.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give your whore of a mother a reason to cry.
I still serve you even though the other people complain about it.
So you are taking their side, are you?
I'm on nobody's side. I'm just getting on with my job.
You had better reconsider this.
Reconsider what? One wrong word and the clerics will throw you out of the city. So do us both a favor and calm the hell down.
This isn't over. I will come.
You need to...
You think that you so pissed. I'm gonna give you. All right. You've made your point, so leave me alone.
You had better leave people...
I got it.
From now on...
And if I don't?
Then you'd better find a bodyguard.
All right, fuck it. You get...
Smart decision. About Brob... You needn't worry about Brabak. He'll leave you alone.
Leave me alone? He won't do that while he still draws breath. Oh, please tell me you didn't appeal to his conscience.
Don't worry. I made things clear to him. He won't be back.
Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Here, this is for you. Did you lose something?
Too easy. No. Too easy. Too easy.
Are you coming to see me?
If you're here for the food rations, then I'll tell you what I told the other 100 people. Someone must have been making a joke. I don't have anything to sell, so you can just turn around and leave.
I was promised food, and I want it.
No, damn it. Who even told you I have food to give out? I want this joke. Sorry for being so irritated, but I don't have... It's just... I'm just so sick of it. Everything was simpler when I was a cultivator in Goliath. We had law. Why can't people just all work together?
If you feel that way, why don't you go back to Goliath?
No. Those days are gone. I left willingly to establish a world heart here in Abest. But when it became clear that the seedling wouldn't grow, Caleb decided that we would... And whatever came... But now, no. I can't go back. We went against orders from Goliath. If I go back now, they'll just stick me in a cage, no questions asked.
Fenk sent me.
Did he? Well, I don't have anything to say. This whole thing between Caleb and Fenk is starting to get on my nerves. I shouldn't have said anything. Okay? But what's done is done, and that's that.
Tell me your version of the story.
My version? I'm stuck between the two of them. I told Caleb in confidence that I saw Fenk meet an Alb outside the city. Could have been a separatist, but I wasn't sure. I didn't see any more than that, but Caleb decided to tell the clerics. He convinced me that the Alb Fenk met must have been from Zakor. But I have no real idea who he was, or what faction he's with.
About the situation.
Do you have any idea what I should do? I feel this is a mess.
Go to the clerics and tell them you made a mistake.
I can't do that. Caleb will call me a traitor. And for all I know, Caleb is right. That Alb could have been from Zakor. What if Fenk actually is an Alb spy?
You shouldn't let Caleb intimidate you.
You're right. I let him push me around even when we were living in Goliath. I was always following someone or other and doing what they told me. You're right. I've done Caleb's bidding without question for far too long, and I'll go to the clerics and tell them the Albs are innocent. You've helped me decide. Thank you. I will go to the clerics and do the right thing. I don't want someone to be thrown out of the city because of me.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah.
You got lucky.
That's all he is.
Is that so?
They say that the pilgrim Thorold has answers, but who knows?
That's what I said.
I stop listening whenever she opens her mouth. Why even waste time thinking about it?
I saw you.
You saw me what?
I saw how you came through into the dome. Who are you? Why were you allowed in?
That's none of your business.
Then it sounds like you got in here illegally. As much as the clerics claim they control the gates, they really don't seem to be able to stop people getting in. And by that, I don't just mean you. Can you believe it? There are fucking...
What do you have against the Separatists?
They are coming here, to our city. The only city with a real chance of peace among the factions. If it was up to me, then we would make sure these Albs went somewhere else. They might say we have the same goal, but I don't believe a word of what they say. Who says they aren't spies sent here to deactivate the dome? They can't be trusted.
You want to have all the Separatists?
Yeah. And you know what? I have already... I'll recruit anyone who'll help get this done. We have an eyewitness who claims to have seen the Separatists exchanging information with traitorous bastards.
Who is this eyewitness?
The Berserker Jorg saw Fenk meet with an Alb in front of the city. Why would they meet if it wasn't to exchange information about the dome? Sadly, Jorg is the only one who's... And now he started saying he isn't sure he really saw Fenk meet an Alb from Z. So I have to jog Jorg's memory. Or make sure he stops denying what he said. There has to be a way to do that.
Who are you?
Caleb. I lead the Berserkers who've chosen to settle here.
You are separate from the Berserkers and you don't...
We have kept our beliefs, but left behind the laws. We have set our own rules. Well, none of us are allowed to return to Edan now. As to why they came here, well, the first settlers were sent to Abessa to plant a world heart to expand the forest of Edan out. But they were cut off from Edan by the Alps, left on their own to survive. And after a while, they decided to keep it that way. The warlords in Goliath weren't happy. But they're stretched too thin for another conflict, so here we are. And since they settled here, others have joined us. Some are escaped exiles, others just chose to leave.
What are you doing?
You. It was you, wasn't it? You made sure it'll be your damned fault if we all die here. Why don't you just go fuck yourself? You've already...
I've heard that before.
You may remain in this.
You managed to get Jorg to admit his lie to the... That is good. It seems we can trust in the cleric's justice after all. Your service should be rewarded. That is half of my daily ration. I hope it is enough to show thanks.
It seems like you're tolerated here in the city.
That is exactly what we are. Tolerated.
Tolerate, to permit the existence of, with the implication that an effort is required to do this.
Some people make that effort more obvious than others. But there are some who have... This city is a place of freedom, but all the outlaws claim they are being... The clerics say they are neutral, but they aren't. The berserkers, they don't seem to know what they're doing. We are trying to discover... I think people see that we are all here for a new start.
Yes,
you can say that, but we need more food
Fuck
first.
all of them. I hope they drown in their own shit.
Well, well.
The fight is the only thing that matters. That makes it real, man.
I've never trusted her.
Fucking elves. They'll cost all of us.
Yes, I'd heard things were rough there, too.
Don't mess me around, or I'll mess with you.
You don't feed the belly, the rest of the body will die.
You think you know what's going on? No one knows what's going on.
What kept you?
I'm here now.
So you are. And are you planning on telling me where you've set up camp or what comes next? Or do I have to wait for that too?
Okay, I'll tell you what's happened so far.
You've done a lot, but you still have got a lot of work ahead of you. Or we have.
And we're not going to get where we need to without a jetpack.
Don't worry, I know how to use one of those. I'll keep up with you. Now can we talk about my problem?
You said you wanted to study the properties of Elex. How will you do that?
I can feel the presence of Elex. Mostly where it's present in great quantities.
Like the converter?
You don't need any special powers to feel the Elex there. No, I'm talking about unrefined Elex. When it's raw, latent. I can learn more from it when it hasn't been altered. I want to explore Magallan and look for some large deposits of unrefined Elex.
Deposits? I thought Elex arrived with the comet.
You're right. Part of its power is that it isn't from here. I want to discover how it is spread across Magallan. But when it is processed by the Albs, the Elex changes. It becomes polarized. The transmuted form that the Berserkers get from their mana shrine changes it in similar ways. That keeps some of its power, but it's the Elex that came with the comet that I want to learn more about. I feel that to understand those secrets, I need it untouched.